Hey guys, what's up? So tonight we're going to be talking about the fact that there is no quick fix to a long-term problem. Now, of course, as you guys know, I deal predominantly with health with my clients, and we're looking at body transformation, getting out of pain, that sort of thing. Now, one of the problems that I've experienced with clients over the years is they're impatient. Now, I get it because obviously many of us spend many years or a long, long period of time stuck in this place we don't want to be. We're overweight, we're out of shape, we're feeling tired, we're in pain. And we're not only in pain physically necessarily, like sometimes it's emotional and mental pain that we carry with the baggage of this body that we no longer want to live in. Now, that's fine. And you're entitled to kind of feel desperate to get away from that. But that desperation doesn't necessarily qualify you for the result that you want. Now, just because you're desperate, just because you want to immediately remove yourself from this discomfort that you're in, that again doesn't qualify you for the result. Unfortunately, we then have to do the work. And this long-term problem that we've created through our lifestyle and our habits and things that have gotten us to this point where we're overweight and ultimately unhappy with ourselves in our life, it took us a long time to get here. So unfortunately, we can't just change it overnight. We can change who we're showing up as, we can change the things that we do, but we can't necessarily change the way we look immediately. Yes, of course, we can get quicker results, providing we take big enough action. But the catch for many of us is we're so desperate to get away from this place that we found ourselves, or that we've put ourselves ultimately, that we end up being so impatient that we're not willing to see it through to the end. So the moment it becomes challenging, that challenge or that effort on top of the pain and struggle that we already feel just becomes too much. It feels overwhelming, and then we give up and we sabotage ourselves and we find excuses or reasons as to why we can't follow through, or we shouldn't follow through right now. It's not the right time. I just need to do this, that, or the other. And then when I'm ready, I'll be able to get back on it. So we have to be careful of that. We have to understand that, well, it's a long-term problem that I've created, so it's going to take a long-term solution. So we have to have patience and give ourselves grace so that we can move through this process at a rate that both gets us the results that we want, but with an understanding that there may not be immediate. Like, we might feel better, but we might not look better. So we have to understand that, okay, well, maybe the aesthetic result that I want is going to take a bit longer than some of the other results that I might see. Now, patience, of course, is a funny one, because we don't want to be patient to the point where we let the result take forever. Sometimes we can go, all right, well, now my coach has said, don't put too much pressure on myself. Don't go all or nothing. So I've heard that's a bad thing. So what I can do is just take it easy, which you should to a degree. But we don't want to take it so easy that we get no result at all, because we'll lose trust in the process. So we have to take enough, what I would call ruthless action, to start getting results, but not so much that we overwhelm ourselves and then basically compound the pain that we're already in and the discomfort that we already feel on a mental and emotional level, because this will just cause us to derail ourselves constantly over and over again. And it's like, cool, I get on track, I get some results, things feel pretty good, I'm getting there. And then all of a sudden, off we go again. And we end up back in the pit of emotion and blame and shame and guilt and anger and frustration with ourselves in the process. And we get to this point where we feel like, well, maybe I'm just meant to be stuck like this forever, which of course we know logically isn't the truth. But that's how we can often feel. We feel like, well, maybe this is it for me. This is what I deserve. And maybe this is just where I'm going to be stuck, and I have to learn to live with it. And then unfortunately, we have doctors that tell us the same kind of shit. Oh, well, you're old now. You should expect to be in pain, mainly because they don't know how to get you the fuck out of pain. But that's the kind of mindset in society that we're having built around us. It's this assumption that, oh, well, as you get older, the body just starts to fall apart and stops working anyway. But that's not the case. If you're willing to put in the work, you can get the result. And that's whether we're talking body or in our business or in our relationships. Anytime we want to change something, it can be changed, providing you're willing to change enough to get that result. But we have to have this patience with ourselves, because those results are very rarely immediate. We can have an immediate shift in mindset, but the tangible results and the way things show up in our daily lives, that's going to take time. So we have to go through this latency period where we're putting in the work and we feel like we're doing everything, but we're not necessarily yielding or seeing the result that we want to see. It's going to come. Keep putting in the effort. You'll get there. But just understand that it's not immediate. It's a long-term problem, remember. It took us a long time to get here. So it's going to take us a bit of time to get back to where we want to be, or even beyond that point where things are even better and life is great. We feel great in our body. We look awesome. We feel awesome. We can move well, and our body is fit, lean, healthy, strong, functional, and so on. That takes a bit of time when we've allowed ourselves to drift and ultimately been neglecting ourselves for months, years, maybe even decades. Just understand that it's not immediate, but it is always going to be worth it. Now, of course, if you want any help with this sort of thing, one of the main things I recommend you do is join my free Facebook group where I share information like this all the time. And the other way, obviously, if you want a bit more help, is just reach out to me in the DMs. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have to help get you kind of into momentum and then ultimately on towards your goals. Just let me know. If you need help, feel free to comment below or catch me in the DMs, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching, people. I hope this helps. Just remember to be a bit patient with yourselves, show yourself some grace, and understand that you will get to the result, but it's not necessarily going to be immediate. Thanks for watching, people. Appreciate your time and energy, and I look forward to chatting with you in my next video. Take it easy.